Hola, 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 mi gente. How is everybody? How is everybody?
Life is good.
Life is beautiful. Listen, yes, the block is dark. The block had a blackout. Okay, just like
Oh,
back in the day. We're just gonna pretend that the block had a blackout. Okay, because I'm not turning the lights on in this bitch tonight. Not
oh,
tonight.
I
It's too
know,
hot.
right? It is. Listen, I was about to call the police on this heat today. I
Yeah,
damn sure
no,
was.
it's
But
it's
it,
unbearable.
but I got a feeling they was gonna say get somebody else to do it. It's
You
just.
and everybody else is calling the cops on the heat.
I was
It
calling the
is
police.
um it is 100 degrees in Vegas. It has been over 100 the entire week. 112, 113, whatever. Uh, I am at the bottom part of the home, and it's very, very hot in here. I got my little portable AC, but it's not doing much. So I'm not taking my hair down. Sorry, guys. Not doing it, and I'm not turning the lights on. So with that said, welcome to another episode of On the Block with Jen. I'm YouTube, your favorite devil's advocate, Jen. You can reach me on all social media platforms. You see the light? All social media platforms, On the Block with Jen, Instagram, TikTok. On the Block with Jen at Gmail if you want to contact the block for business. Also, if you'd like to support the show, help mama keep the church lights on, although I may not even turn them on because it's too hot, but the money will still be in the bank. You could cash at me on the block with Jen. It is scrolling at the bottom. Thank you so much to everyone who supports when I'm not on air. It feels like love. I appreciate every freaking penny because you don't have to do it. So it's like a big hug when I get your cash apps and I'm not even on air. And I mean that truly, madly, deeply. If you want to support the show with a super chat, you already know, throw it in the chat, okay? And I want to get right into this because my goodness, the ridiculousness of it all. But Lily,
I am Lily from YB Limited. That's the letter Y, the letter B, the word limited, the way it is spelled here on the screen. All right. You can find me here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and yes, TikTok as well. I started my career as a makeup artist and moved on to being a model slash actor. And that led me here to the block with my team.
I am musician and music producer Heron DeMarco. I just actually revamped my. You can catch me over there as Heron.DeMarco. Be uploading a number of tunes, basically both of my albums so far. And you can also catch me as Dangerous DeMarco under IG.
And I am no saint. Gentrifier, colonizer extraordinaire, no saint. You can catch me at no saint on IG and YouTube, and I am privileged to be on this block.
oh, we are privileged to have you, no saying. With that said, guys,
You.
huh?
You just got
What?
all the privilege, don't you, white man?
Okay. Listen, let me pin the StreamYard link to the top in case anybody does want to come on here and argue with us. Oh, we had a good fight last night, right?
It
Chocolate
was
and
so
I.
good.
Oh, that was candela, baby. Candela. That shit was fire. And it was
I,
good, you know what I mean? I give good YouTube, baby. I give good YouTube. And chocolate came with it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
loved it.
We love chocolate here because she's 10 toes down on her opinions, and that's what we like. We like
Yep.
people that, I mean, that's how the block is. It's not for the faint of heart. So we like people that come up and they're like, this is what I think and this is what it is, and you stand on it. You know what I mean? Those are the
Yep.
people that do best on the block. A lot of people, they go and talk a lot of shit on the panel and then they go cry in the car. So let me just pin this to the top. All right. So the link is at the top if you want to join the panel. You already know you got to cam up. No lights above me is making me look rather beige, I think. I'm giving beige here with no.
Give it
Um,
Mary J. Beige.
yes, for real. All right, guys. So I just finished having a debate on Facebook, and I'm sure the dude is still vomiting in the comment section
Oh,
because of what I said. But as you guys know, and tonight we're definitely doing No Jumper Adam22 supports his porn star wife. But before that, and I think these two things are very much under the same box. It's basically a bunch of men out in the world that don't really qualify to comment, opine. I mean, of course, you can say anything. It doesn't mean that your voice is ever going to matter. But I just feel like a lot of these men that are having a difficult time with these women in particular, right? Those women are just out of their league, and people hate that. No one's out of your league. No, a lot of people are out of your league. A lot of jobs are out of your league. A lot of neighborhoods are out of your league. There's a lot of shit that's out of people. There's different levels, right? I'm better than somebody. Somebody else is better than me, and somebody else is better than the one that's better than me. That's life. That's reality, right? And then there's grandma who will pinch your cheeks and be like, "Baby, you beautiful," knowing the kid is 150 pounds at 4 years old. You know what I mean? There's that, but then there's reality. There are different levels to this shit. And over the years, you notice men have been getting more and more emotional online, more unstable, and they're expressing that online a lot, right? So we're starting to see a lot of instability from men, and it's ironic because all the shit that women were known for, now men are known for it on social media. In my opinion, it was just a lot of these men that are opining on Adam22's wife and opining about Keke Palmer. You just don't qualify. You just don't qualify. You can have an opinion, but definitely, like, hold on, let me see. And then when I tell people the truth, then they get offended. So all right, so let me just hit him back with the yeah, So basically this guy said Keke Palmer is for the streets, right? And that's the sentiment all across the board.
God, they don't get tired of that one.
So I'm agreeing and saying Keke Palmer for the streets, most men can't afford. Okay.
So she's for the gentrified streets.
Yeah, she's for the streets. She is for the streets, but more than likely, if you were rolling around in that neighborhood or walking through that neighborhood, they'd probably call the police. So yeah, she's for the streets, but she's for the streets that you can't afford to go on, sir. And that's what it is. So in my debate with this guy on Facebook, I'm like, and I just want to run through this. I said, so this was my reply. Never marry a bum. Anyone insecure or someone that can't handle you are more popular than they are. It's a recipe for the fuckery we're seeing all over these timelines now. Had she got with her equal, this wouldn't be an issue. And he, in capital letters, of course, because, men think you can't read their words unless they're in capital letters. He says, bullshit! Exclamation point. No dude with any balls would be cool with this. And I said, oh, we talking about balls. All right, well, that's a different subject here. So I said, yeah, okay. Go holla at your average A-lister or millionaire. They live in a different reality. Average working Joes are always overly concerned with minutia. With your logic, Jay-Z ain't got balls. Stop the emotional cap. And here's the thing, right? Beyonce has turned into quite the streetwalker stripper herself lately, especially with her Renaissance tour. I mean, tits out, ass out. Her promo looks like Magic City promo, Sin City promo. The bitch is naked with some glitter on her nipples and in between her ass cheeks. Let's call a spade a spade. That is what it is. I'm not lying. She's fucking naked on a horse. Okay? So you mean to tell me that her husband doesn't have balls? Yet, if I said Jay-Z was in the room next door and he would like to talk to one of you, all the men that are saying that Keke Palmer's for the streets and men with balls wouldn't let that happen, they wouldn't go walking on their feet. They'd go sliding on their knees to suck his nut. That is what would happen. We've seen it, right? So I just find it interesting how supposedly now men who let their women be scantily clad don't have balls. Yet those same men, suck and suck deeply. Okay, and I'm gonna pass the mic there. This is about Keke Palmer out here in Vegas at the Usher show, and Usher serenaded her, which he does in that particular spot of the show every fucking night. It is routine. It's a VIP section. Usher goes on over there, sings to whatever ladies are sitting there. It was Keke Palmer. She turned around. She had something. Matter of fact, she had something cheer like this.
Yeah.
And she turned around, and you saw her ass cheeks, and everyone lost their minds. If you don't know what we're talking about, so I'm passing the mic on that. This shit is exhausting.
I like to read a few things.
Oh, sure. We have show and tell.
We would love to have it.
Keke and Darius Dalton Jackson
Oh,
met
you got his full name.
Met on Memorial Day at a Memorial Day party in May 2021. The couple went public with a relationship in August 2021 when Darius put up a birthday post for Keke. He wrote, "You've been a blessing from above. Never would I have expected summer 2021 to turn out the way it did. But here we are. I'm glad we are able to help each other throughout our lowest of times and show one another that we are bringing to the table so that everyone can see what we got." In October 2021, Keke shared a video of her and Darius and wrote, "Without being too mushy, because I hate that, it's really nice to not be afraid to show this kind of care for someone that I don't share the same blood with. I thought it could never happen. I can be quite guarded, but I appreciated you for being a safe space. I will always cherish what you have given." Doesn't feel like the same energy to me, but anyway, I digress. Moving forward, just couple of little tidbits. This young man is the brother of the actor who was on Insecure, the big light-skinned dude, Dro, who the friend was fucking, the married guy. Jackson has worked as a fitness instructor at Inspire Fitness Studio. That is all we have on what this guy did or probably is doing or is no longer doing.
So he's a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah. No, actually, I coined the phrase nanny husband.
Oh, okay.
That young man is basically a nanny husband. Look, listen, from my perspective, whatever he had to say, he should have waited till she got home.
It's
exposing himself online, just acting all out of pocket. It wasn't necessary. Now, with that being said, you don't want to raise your voice in a house your name ain't on the lease with. I mean, if you're muted, darling, you're muted. Yeah, if your
I
name
said, don't you raise your voice in my house, woman. I mean, man.
It's he was down bad that night. He was he had a stewardess in his drawers. He was watching Keke drool over Usher while his abs were on the jumbotron. Yeah, it was a really wild night. She didn't respond. She didn't respond to his, I guess his tantrum.
She did unfollow him though.
She merely said, "Y'all should go see the Usher show. I had a wonderful time. I wish I took more photos." From that, I'll pass the mic until I speak on it a little bit more.
Okay, so I have something to add about the coming out announcement for this couple. Apparently, allegedly, supposedly, this gentleman was with another young lady 3 weeks prior, and not just with another young lady 3 weeks prior, a lady that he made get an abortion.
Yeah. Why is it that them bum motherfuckers, they just use their dick with abandon? And it's always the broke bitches who are so willing to get pregnant or get somebody pregnant. And I mean, happy. You get a kid, you get a kid, you get a kid. Can't afford the first one, the second one, the third one, but you get a kid too. It's always those motherfuckers. And that's why I like that part in Idiocracy, the movie, where they have the couple who's doing very well and they're like, no, we have to wait to have children, blah, blah. And then the fucking the white trash, they were having kid after kid after kid.
That's this world. That's now.
The smart people don't really have kids.
Right. They have like maybe
It's
one or two, like,
it's crazy to me. So I was telling this guy on Facebook, has she got with an E? And I blame her. I blame her.
Yeah.
Anytime I've dated someone like this, it was my fault.
Hmm.
It
Funny,
was.
I dated-
110%, not even 75%. 110.
Uh-oh.
nothing
Oh, that
felt-
heat. Yeah, that heat getting to them. That
Yeah.
heat is getting to Vegas.
What happened? Did we
The
freeze?
heat. Yeah, you froze, but we
Fuck.
got you. We got you back.
Yeah, you good
Okay.
now.
So anyway, long story short, her fault. Her fault. This is a guy who's barely, he claims he's some sort of personal trainer. That man he looks like he's never lifted a fucking shoe in his life, let alone a dumbbell. Let's start there. So she can't even give the excuse of, "Bam, but he's fine." Because sometimes you get caught up with fine. Men and women get caught up with fine all the time. But he doesn't even have that. He looks like a lump on a log, okay? What it looks like to me is he escaped the friend zone and shot up the club on one of them lonely nights. He literally looks like a friend. Even in all the photographs,
He does.
he looks like her friend, like a really good friend. And that's how these bums get in,
Yes.
ladies. Pongojo. That is how
Well-
these bums get in. They're the best.
Well-
They're the best friend you could ever have.
Well, wow. Kudos to you, ladies, for I was also going to speak on the fact that I heard through the grapevine that this dude was just on the roster. He was never that guy. He was on the roster, and I'm assuming that Keke probably said, "I'm getting older. What's around? I guess Bruce Leroy will do." And she said, "Fuck it, I'll have a kid with him." And she had a kid with him. And hey, look, listen, I blame him. And this is the reason why I blame him.
Okay, let's hear it.
I tell young men all the time. First of all, what the fuck are you doing in a house that you're not paying bills and your name is not on the goddamn lease? Why would you, as a man, subject yourself to that kind of vulnerability? Where you could be told to get the fuck out at any given time. It's not your house. It's not your fucking.
Oh, Haran, you think they care?
Anyway, a man should be able to have the resources to protect himself and not put himself in these kinds of situations. When you're a goddamn, son husband. I mean, at the end of the day, no, I'm serious. That woman probably left Usher, and she's like, "Bye, Usher. I gotta go home and take care of my 2 kids." Like, seriously. No, seriously. I mean, you're acting all up. You're acting crazy, and your name's on the juice. Oh, like you got nothing popping. Now, listen. Here's the thing. Had that man been worth $50-60 million and he flexed that muscle, or if he was a man of prestige, the conversation and the energy would be real different. Motherfucker, if that was Idris Elba saying that, "What the fuck are you out there doing?" You know what I mean? Behaving like that, them girls would have jumped on Idris Elba's side. Why? Because Idris Elba, he has power, he has money, he has so on and so
Yeah,
forth.
but I believe that Idris Elba wouldn't test him like that.
Also, and that is what I'm saying. When a woman feels that you're that dude, she's not going to make certain decisions. Now, I hope Keke really is diving deep in all this love and attention that she's getting and so on, because let's not forget, sweetie, when you try to tell the world that Trey Songz is a piece of shit, black women look the other way.
When she what? Oh, yeah.
I just say Trey Songz was a piece of shit, black women look the other way. Because at the end of the day, he's Trey Songz.
Mm-hmm.
And when she also said that shit about August Alsina, black women look the other way. So yeah, they have no problem, me climbing on board with this no-name dude who this twig of a fitness trainer and so on. But at the end of the day, he put himself in that situation. He made himself vulnerable. So I hope he got a place to stay.
I mean, I don't think. I mean, this is the best thing that's obviously ever happened to him.
Right.
Absolutely.
He got an A-lister pregnant. Now he's forever attached to that circle and that network. He can do like all the other guys did, like Madonna's man, and there's a couple of them running around, and Safari and Jennifer Lopez is like her 3 husbands prior to Ben Affleck. Like they all came up. They all came up. You know what I mean? Either marrying her or smashing her. They all came up. So he could play that route and actually go work out and look like something. But I don't know. What do you say, No Saint?
Yeah, I think that he didn't have the dynamics obviously in this relationship were way off, right? He wasn't nearly as successful or nearly as famous. And so and from what you guys are telling me, they didn't he wasn't that great looking of a guy. So I think that what happened is he got himself a little anchor baby. He thought, I'm in now. I made my way. I was just.
Did you just say anchor baby?
Yeah. In that relationship, an anchor baby in that relationship, an anchor to her. Like now I have her. Now she can't go anywhere.
It's a very traumatic word for Jen and I.
What's that?
It's a very traumatic word for Jen and I, being of immigrant descent.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, a good friend of mine, that's what white people do, just throwing it out there. Ha, ha, ha. Can I say the N-word? I was just rapping along with NWA. Ha, ha. I'll say this. I had a good friend, John, R.I.P. John, miss you. He used to say, keep a nigga baby. That's what he used to call like the women he had kids with.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I know. So, I could say it because I'm black now.
Yes. But what I was going to
say because reparations look like. No, listen.
It solidifies it.
Okay, well, let me help you out a little bit more. How's that? So them reparations are getting closer and closer. So Godfried, I'm black too. Me black. You were saying No Saint.
No, so basically I was saying
all of us.
I apologize. I was trying to.
I'm just fucking with you.
But I think that so the relationship was uneven, and he has to know, as Haran pointed out, he doesn't really have much to stand on, and. If that's, I'm not sure, but if that's the way she was ordinarily in the way she goes out in public, and now he's getting jealous because he doesn't have any power. He doesn't have anything. He has nothing to counteract. I mean, Usher, right? It was Usher?
Yes, Usher.
Yeah. So, I mean, so he's jealous, but you have to know that going in.
Okay, but that's what I was trying to explain online. The men that have issue with this are speaking from a place of no power.
Yes.
That is what, so this guy, when he, retorts, I have many celebrity clients. Bitch, you've been on my Facebook 10 years. I ain't seen that one.
Okay.
I ain't seen that one celebrity client. And one thing that a personal trainer will do, if they have a celebrity client, that motherfucker is plastered because it's the best ad that you can have.
Right.
With your many celebrity clients. Yeah, okay. So he claims that all that plethora of celebrity many clients that he has, they all feel that way. Shut the Negro, please.
But see, I'm
a celebrity. It might have been extras on Power. Wheel of Fortune,
reality stars, and
it may have been them guys that beat up Jesse Smollett.
They're celebrities, yes. So we're getting somewhere. So I want to add to your all's point, because this is clearly not about the outfit, because that's what he started with. Remember the caption was, "It's the outfit though, or it's the dress though." That's what he said. That was the initial part of the caption, and then he went into his diatribe, right?
Sure was.
So it's clearly not about that, and I'm gonna tell you why. This is the same man that posted a video of her after she had her baby, right? He posted the video, and he said my son, something to the effect that my son pretty much gave her a body, right? He turns the
Mm-hmm.
camera around and she
Mm-hmm.
starts to twerk.
I remember that. I
And
remember
he
that.
posted that. And then shortly after that, there was a post of her in like a thong or, in her underwear and she's in a thong that was
Mm-hmm.
posted. There was
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, this is about Usher. This is not about the dress. This is
Mm-hmm.
about he ain't Usher and he know it.
Yeah, he can't
Um,
Mm-hmm.
compete.
uh,
Yeah, I can't believe that
I,
shit.
it's giving me episode of the Boondocks with
Well, tell us about this episode.
Tom. You never saw the episode of the Boondocks when Tom, his wife. Well, I'll send you guys the episode. Tom's wife was a huge Usher fan.
Oh, well,
You know
hold
what I mean?
up now.
Tom is a beige gentleman. He is a mixed gentleman, and Usher in all of his Usherness and baby oiled abs was in the show, and he thought that Usher was trying to fuck his wife, and he acted erratic. He acted all these kinds of ways and so on. It's something that I'd have to actually show you for you to really understand the gist of it. Anyway,
Yo,
one of
E Scrapple is stupid. E Scrapple, you stupid. E Scrapple is stupid. Go ahead. Hold
you right over there.
I've been out in the heat, so I'm tired, but I'm good.
Okay, all right.
I'm drinking
Um,
some sugar, literally.
hey, look, listen, ma'am. No, that dehydrates you.
Oh, I'm gonna drink my peach juice. I'm drinking my peach juice.
Okay,
Continue.
okay, Janicia. Anyway,
My government, damn.
anyway, back to the show. What I'm sitting here basically saying with this young man is what I've said all the time. Far too often, too many black men find themselves in this position because they choose to step into a situation being utterly powerless, and then when things don't go into the way
Okay.
when
Okay,
things don't
Haram, but
go, what I mean, that they want it to go, they get upset. But you never empowered yourself.
okay. All right. That's fair. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. Because I like to hold myself accountable, right? So I'm always like, yeah, I chose that guy, right?
Me too.
But you do have a point where these freaking dudes, they know they're powerless, then they get involved with a woman who's either attractive or just more popular than them, or maybe has more money, and then they catch an attitude about it. But you knew coming in you didn't have shit. You knew that coming in. So you're right. They do have some responsibility in that, right? Because I mean, again, I use the example of I don't go into the Bentley dealership and be like, give me 3 of those, because I know I can't walk out with them. But men are signed up for anything, anywhere, at any time, and they know they can't afford it. They know they're not going to be able to maintain it, but they still indulge.
If you put yourself in that situation, shut the fuck up and birth that baby, rock her, when you come home, kiss her on the cheek, and ask if she had fun. Okay?
Stedman the ride.
Yeah.
Stedman the
Sherman,
ride.
you don't bother nobody at
He been
No, I
all.
mean,
he been on that train for like as long as almost we've been alive.
Right, right.
And Stedman ain't never he ain't never bad mouthed her. We're probably signing an NDA, but he's never gotten out of pocket. He's never done any of these things. He plays his position.
But
Whatever
it
But you
really
position
know,
does.
he was
Go ahead.
played.
Go ahead, Lily.
well, the thing is that a lot of these guys, they think they want to be with a woman like that, right? Because it's very appealing. A beautiful, rich, successful woman is so appealing, right? Baby, that is the hardest woman to be with. It is
mhm.
not as cute and sexy as you think it is,
Mm-hmm.
right? You have to be, and then on top of that, you're making less than her. You ain't making shit really. So
Right.
on top of that, and so you're dealing with you have nothing, and you're with a rich, successful woman who's surrounded by rich, successful men, and you think you're gonna be okay, right? So yeah, to your point, he played himself. He played himself, unless unless he stepped into it knowing like, okay, I have no power here. Let me go ahead and make sure I got food on the table when she get home from set, right? Or from the Usher concert. I mean, so I really can't feel sorry for him because I know in the past I've had guys that wanted to date me and then 2 minutes in they realized they couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Just from
I
social media posts alone, they couldn't do it.
I will say this though, and this is the hypocrisy of people. If this young man were to take this as a first of all, they ran his fucking ass off of social media. He deactivated his Twitter like a bitch. You should have stood there 10 toes down, motherfucker, and said, I said what I said, even though I'm a goofy until my dying day. And it is what it is. But anyway, I say
Oh
this.
yeah, I was being attacked by the beehive. What was it? Like for the past 24 hours, I said, bitch, I said what I said. Y'all ain't gonna do
Right,
shit about it.
right,
Not a
Boo.
motherfucking thing. Now,
right,
and
and
I
that's
doubled
right.
down. I was like, you ain't doing shit. All around like, nah, nah, nah. I was like, you ain't doing a motherfucking shit about you, about your little white adjacent pop star. Fuck both of y'all. I was like, y'all ain't doing shit about it. I'm gonna say whatever I want. And they kept saying, I'm like, I don't care. Like these people really think they're good. I don't
They're
care. He
losing their
should
effect anyway.
And
right, and he should. And I think they got
one
that
thing before
point
I
when I
forget.
was like roasting them.
One thing before I forget.
Hmm.
Thing about this dude is that if he were to disappear from this, just go do what he does, revamp himself, play his position, and then decide to leave. And when he leaves, he's a much better version of himself than he was when he was with her. I
Get
mean,
on
if
the
this
reality show.
whatever what it is, and let's just say he actually did look like a trainer. And let's just say he actually did get a job and did actually just get it together. Actually looked like he was worth a damn. The hypocrisy of people is that he would go out into the world and women would see this guy knowing what he did and climbing his goddamn DMs talking about you deserved better. Always knew you had it in you. Because my thing is like this. I had a friend, a very good friend of mine, who told me how, she basically revamped a gentleman and he was basically a clown previously. She worked her magic, and he actually not only became something to look at, he actually became a moneymaker. And those same chicks who actually turned him down and did so and did whatever, their entire ideas about him actually changed. I say all this to say, oh man, she froze again. I say all this to say that branding, ah, damn. I say all this to say that branding is important. At any given time, you can change your brand perception. He just needs to change his brand perception by actually just shutting the fuck up, playing his position, and maybe making the best of a situation if he doesn't, grow from it.
No,
Okay?
yeah,
And
listen, that let me tell you that he is out there trying to come for comfort Jen. It ain't no joke though. I'm surprised the damn wires haven't melted.
Tristan, catch the screenshot, please.
You know he
Lily, can you
has.
hear me? Lily, can you
Yes,
Yes.
hear me?
We can hear
yes.
you.
What's funny is that you said the wires are melting. When I came out here, my ring light, the little plug was like out of the box, and I was like, how the fuck did it fall out of the box? You have to pull it out. That's how hot it is in here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get some ice blocks. I'll be back.
Okay.
all right.
Um. So with that being said, I think I have another piece of tea for
Yeah.
them. Um. Okay, we talked about the baby. Oh,
Mhm.
and did you mention that they met at Diddy's party through his brother?
I
Oh,
don't
you
know
did
if
say that they
that
met a
was.
party.
I don't know if it was Diddy's party, but I know it was. I just got that it was at this Memorial Day shindig. I don't know if that was Diddy's situation.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, all right. So they met at a Diddy party, and
Yes, they met at a Diddy party. You know, he's the guy whose brother is successful, so he's always been in his brother's shadow, right?
oh, he's a hanger on to his brother.
Exactly.
His brother got some. I
Oh,
wonder if she tried to go after her brother.
What was that?
Ooh. So, they met at the Diddy party through his brother because he was a plus one at the Diddy party through his brother.
Right, because his brother's an actor on, I forgot what show.
Insecure.
Oh, Insecure, yeah. He was on a couple seasons. I think his brother was on. These seasons or episodes? I think he was on a couple of episodes. Eight.
I think it was
He was, on,
episode.
he was on a good number of episodes. I think he was on
It
a
was like 8.
solid season.
It was like 8, which is probably a season.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So okay, I don't want to interrupt anybody.
And I'm gonna tell you what this gives me with her. This just gives me a young lady, and I can definitely relate to this outside of the having baby part, right? This is giving me a young lady who was built like a stick all her life, right?
Absolutely.
Speak on
You know,
that, Lily.
okay. And and we talked about it here yet last night about with being a black woman, being around black men, always praising the asses and stuff like that, and praising the thickness and things like that. And when you built like a stick, you want nothing more than to have a curve or two, right? So she just had this baby, and them curves stopped popping through. Baby, you feel yourself, and it's natural. It's not a BBL. Like she looks damn good,
She
and she's
blew
just
up like tits huge, ass huge. She blew up from a stick to blew up. And it's a problem, and it's such a big deal in our communities because she was like announcing how happy she was and now she got tits and ass.
right,
The same way a white woman would be announcing and happy that she dropped 30 pounds.
right.
It's a big deal.
It's a really big deal. Yes,
To your point, Lily, I was saying that also today to a friend of mine. Right now, that woman is in the space where she's never been that girl. You can tell.
right,
She's never been that girl. But right now, she's able to experience all the things she's never been able to experience before. She's probably going to be able to get, invited to all of the spaces she probably never got invited to before, get all the looks that she probably never got before. And that dude ain't nothing but a broke nigga at home. So if he actually thinks that he's going to deter her from indulging in that, nah, that's not going to happen, man.
But
That's
you
why
know
I
what kills me? I wish they had the ego, because men have egos, right? We all got egos. Men have egos. I wish men like him would have the ego to say, fuck that, I'm going to go out there and get it. Why does your ego only exist when you don't want her ass out? Why doesn't your ego get big enough to you're like, I'm going to go be that guy? I know when I see men in certain positions, I'm like, I want to be that guy. I don't know and I'm a woman doing that. How are you a man and you're not doing that? It's weird to me.
no, it's so
I
weird,
think it's
Jen.
a
I've always
misconception.
said that. I've always said that, Jen. I'm like, when I see a man, this is the thing, because a man could can lose his place or lose his job or lose his money, right? But to be okay in that position, that is the problem. To be okay with a woman taking care of you, that is the problem. Like, how are you okay with this, sir? How are you okay with allowing this and then still expecting to be treated like this king? This uplifted as this king. Oh, I
And
guess
my
she's supposed to
my
speak life into him.
my last relationship that didn't work out. We're wishing him the best, and he wishes me
Yes,
the
yes,
best. Hi,
yes.
bye. However, I gotta give props and respect where it's due. Whenever I went, this man felt funny taking gifts from me. He felt funny having me pay for shit. Like real, like he would like bent like and I'm like, come on, like it's a fucking this or it's that or I'm paying for this. And he would like really, and you could see it in his face, like he would be so uncomfortable at the register. And I was like, I want to do this for you. Like I
Right.
want to do this, you know what I mean? But salute to him because I've been on the opposite end where motherfuckers were asking me for money for the most
But Jen, why did you want to do it for him? Because he wasn't
because
expecting
he
it.
right he wasn't expecting it and because he did so much like
Exactly.
he was holding down when I all the bills I said all the bills right so I was like shit well now I could play with my money right I could buy clothes and I could pay for the vacation and I could you know what I mean it's like now I could you know what I mean I'm like I'm sitting in my feminine and I'm like now I'm gonna spend some money and take you to dinner and shit like that so
Right.
I salute him for that much I can't ever take that from him. All the fucking bills. In a day and age when people are like, you gotta go 50-50. What you bring to the table? He was like, I got it. So salute to that man.
It's so funny because today, I mean, a couple of dudes, got into a kind of an argument with some guys, not an argument, but debate. And I flat out told them I'd rather fucking starve to death than live off of a woman. Motherfuckers looked at me like I was crazy. Told me, they told me, well, I'm not doing that. I'll live off a chick and get myself money and shit together. I'm like, nah,
of course.
That's not
and
me.
my crosswise strips are working.
Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna tell this funny ass fucking story. And it involves Jen.
I didn't do it.
A year ago.
It doesn't involve a knife.
She actually gave a very kind gesture.
Oh, no knives. Okay.
About a year ago,
I did?
my account got hacked. You remember?
That was a year ago, Ron?
A year ago, man.
Wow, it seems like time is flying. Shit.
Yes, it is. It was about a year ago. So, my account got hacked, right? And I was like, oh shit, blah 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 blah. And I think I got into the conversation with her about it. I was like, I gotta go take care of the situation. My fucking account got hacked. And she was like, do you want me to send money? And I looked at my phone. I'm like, when Jocelyn looks at the phone, when he be like, oh fuck. I don't want you to send any fucking money. I'm just saying as a matter of fact.
You fam though. You fam.
As a matter of fact, we're just in the midst of a conversation with your fucking money.
He's like, I want your fucking money. No, he refused to take it. He refused. I'm like, if you fucking need it, like I know. Come on. I know that Ron knows that I know.
I got my money back.
You did. And I was like, Ron knows that we don't gotta worry about busting each other's kneecaps. This money's gonna be good. This money's gonna be back. Yeah, I was like, I said, do you want me to send some fucking money? Like, cut the shit. He refused.
But Jen, that's the kind of man I'm used to. So when I see this type of guy, I'm like, who's this? What's this? I don't know what this is. Like, what do you do with this?
Shush, Steven. Steven bothering me. Sure shit. You guys know Steven.
Yes. Hello, Steven.
Yeah. David Dillon says social media came for that ass. Even pulled up his tweets defending the cops that unalived Alton Sterling.
Oh, that's one thing social media gonna do. They gonna dig up your past to find out who you supported, who you did, whatever.
But you know what? I read multiple sources that said they had a tumultuous relationship anyway, and they were on and off.
Yeah,
and that's a short time to be on and off. They met in 2021. They're not even.
He wasn't that guy.
He wasn't that guy, and that's why, like, I blamed myself and I blamed her, because it's like, we know when someone's not that guy. We know when he's going to be more of a headache than not, when he's going to be more of a problem not. And the problem is that when you date a broke guy, and I'm just using broke in terms of, if I have to go into my purse, not because you forgot your wallet, but because you don't have it, then I would consider you under the broke umbrella. It's different if I'm paying for dinner, because no, baby, I got this one, or whatever, blah blah. That's different. If I go into my purse because you don't have it, then that falls under broke to me, right? So,
I just have to laugh. So that this was an on and off relationship.
Yes.
So she was on and off. She was on Usher's dick, and he was off to change the diaper.
No, Saint, it ain't even Friday.
You're so disrespectful. You've been hanging out with us a little bit too long, and I'm loving it.
I'm looking down at his box like, no, Saint, is that you? What are you doing down there?
You've been hanging around the color too long, sir.
Wait till we do our skit.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to it.
I got another one. I got another one. I got to bring y'all. This is gonna be funny. Mm-hmm.
Oh, but wait till you see how I'm gonna flip that skit at the end. The one with no saying.
But I mean, no, we're talking. It's evident. Like, listen, if you don't have a job or you're not making money, you got to have something, right? You got to have something. You got to be either be equally on the same playing field as far as attractiveness, or you got to be funny. But if you are just an average or below average guy and you get a above average woman, you got to be able to handle your emotions, because you liked her for a certain reason, and the better looking they are, the more attention they're going to get, and your attention's not gonna listen. Women like attention, and if it's just from one person, they might not tell you, but they like the attention from the other people too. That's why people get all these pictures on Instagram and heart. Yeah.
Aisha Curry told us.
Look, brothers, fellas, let me explain something to you. This is very simple, man. This is all you got to do. Your job as a man is to ensure that at all times, when your woman sees you, she's looking at you like. The moment she's looking at you like.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Over.
The moment you get that,
it's a wrap.
That's what.
What's funny? You know how men. We've talked about before. Men use women to masturbate with. Use their bodies to masturbate with. It goes the other way. Like before, a woman deads you, she just starts using your body to masturbate with. She doesn't even care anymore. Like it's like, and then, that's the last thing to go. And then it's like, okay, I really have no use for you now. But it's a cold hard fact. Life isn't fair. We didn't make the rules. This is how life is, right? Get with it or get gone. And if you get into that position and you're not worthy, play your position until your time is up, right? That's what he should have did. Now, I do want to address a lot of people saying, look at the world we're in. Why is everybody going to social media? So I wanted to say this really quickly. Have a little science really quickly. I wrote today, I said, I keep telling people the lure, this goes back to what you said, No Saint. I keep telling people the lure of having hundreds of people clicking like on your daily gripe is way more gratifying than communicating with your mate and coming to a resolution. Anyone still interested in a traditional relationship in this era, buckle up, okay? These phones, social media has now become a part of our minds. It's a symbiotic relationship. So now we have thoughts and they go directly into these machines. It's not like back in the day. So when people, I know why he said it publicly. People are like, doesn't he have her number? Can he call her? That's not how we work anymore.
Mm-mm.
This is the new world order. Now it goes from here to your hand because everybody has to know. And you want that cosign. You want that comfort. You want people saying, yeah, she for the streets. He needed that at that moment. And he was not going to get that from sitting down and having a mature conversation with her. That's not enough. It's not, I need 100 dudes in my comments saying, fuck that hoe. Like I need that. And and that's what's going to happen. That's how people are going to communicate.
On top of that, you got to look at the age group too. Especially at that age group, they're going to take it to us first and then argue it out with each other in front of us and then talk about it at home.
Yeah, but I don't want to focus on age too much because we've seen these celebrity fathers in their 50s and 60s go ham on social media after the kids do it. And I'm like, nah, they're not going to respond. The father's not going to respond. And then they're going, what's his name? Master P and Brian McKnight and the little mini pastor. Who's the little mini pastor that sings and hops up and down?
Oh, Kirk Franklin. Well, he grinds now. He grinds now. He don't just hop up and down.
I saw the video. I'm trying to get rid of the.
He the new Genuine. Because since Genuine ain't doing it. Yes,
that was so gross. That was beyond. That's like your uncle at the party who drank too much. And you're like, get Uncle Ricky.
I was like, we have no business seeing. Why are we seeing this? This is not good. Like, I was so traumatized by that. Like, it really affected my mental health.
Stephen Hill says he still didn't get what he needed, then ended up deleting his Twitter after they fried him. See, but that's the chance. But that's the chance you take. You never know what the outcome is going to be, but you have to get it out to somebody. You have to get it out to the masses. You never know. Sometimes it backfires. But he's also getting a lot of men championing him. A
He
lot of
is,
men.
but I don't think he expected as much backlash either. Because what I also think this happening here is he's not a celebrity, and he wasn't a celebrity before meeting her. He got notoriety because of her. So we all know that this the nuances that come with this industry, right? Kiki's been in this thing for a minute, so she knows what
Yeah.
to do and what not to do. And if she does something like this, she's doing it on purpose. She's trolling or whatever. But he was just being a Twitter user.
Hmm.
He thought he was a Twitter user in that moment.
Right. Right.
I
No,
Right.
think
sir. No.
I think I think the problem here is, and to the women, I'm going to say this. I think there's expectation versus reality, and there's an expectation that every man is capable, but in reality, every man is not capable. But every man is expected to be capable. There are a lot of men out here who don't necessarily have the wherewithal or the drive to conquer like that, even though it's synonymous with masculinity, even though it's synonymous with manhood. It's like there's women out here who don't have the concept or the drive to be feminine. You know what I mean? Even though being a woman is synonymous with that. You know what I mean? Most people are just here to maybe fuck or find a decent job and die. You know what I mean? Most men just don't have that thing in them that, see, me personally, I hate losing. It keeps me up at night. You know what I mean? I can't fucking sleep. The idea of it makes my fucking teeth itch. Most guys, it's like, well, we got an opportunity to play, and it is what it is, and I'm glad you let me in. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, if I show up, I'm there to win. I'm there to conquer. I am there to ask who's coming in second. That is my perception in life. However, most men don't think that way. You
So
know,
Lily, I mean Lily, not my Lily, Keke. Keke.
Leave me out of this. Leave
there
me
you
out of
go.
this.
Man.
He got you, baby.
Oh my God,
Listen,
Lily. Listen,
listen.
Keke, what I was gonna say about Keke was that the body she has now is the equivalent of an obese man who got built.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she looking damn good out in these
I
streets.
mean,
Yeah,
her
bro. I
tits
give
are
her that.
big, like, and it's like it's what every black girl wants to be. Every black girl wants big tits, the
That
majority.
glow. She
Before
got
you
that.
could, she got the glow. Her hair is flipped now. She looking like Lady Miss Lady Girl now. Big tits, round booty. She's probably wanted to be that her whole life. Cause she was a stick. Wasn't nobody checking for Keke Palmer, and I
No,
mean nobody. Because
no,
not only was she a stick, but she has the personality of a grandma who hasn't had a visitor in years.
no, no.
Let
Hey,
me tell you.
baby.
Let me
Hey,
tell you, Mama. I can tell you what was going on. Mama. Let me tell you. Did you know Miss Parker down at the park? And let me tell you what. Girl, sister, girl. I don't know that man. I don't know that man. I don't think I don't know. I'm sorry for that man. I'm like, who did you grow up around? Why do you sound like a 6-year-old grandma who hasn't had a visitor in fucking years?
You know why? Cause she was around all them old folks from the time she was a killer and a bee.
baby.
So I think that's what the T is on that.
I don't know, Lily. I'm like, and on top of that personality, she was a stick. So now you got big tits, big, and now you the little bombshell. She's feeling herself. She feeling
Hmm.
so she's
Yeah,
gonna be feeling herself for a while.
yes, she is, and I implore her to.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I love it.
Now do I think at all that there was sparks or between her and Usher? Absolutely
No,
110%. No. No, I don't think so. He does that to everybody in that section. I think she was playing along. She was with her girlfriends, is what we do. You know what I mean? When we hang around, we're like, hey, girl, you know how we do. But I don't think it's like, oh, yeah, she was Usher. No, no, I don't think so. I don't
oh,
think so.
Lord. No, I don't either.
What
Did she
happened?
poop? Did your cat poop?
No, she was. Y'all don't, she tried to drink my water out of the bottle. Now I gotta get another bottle.
Damn, it's just that day. This is that night tonight, man. What's going on, man?
I wish I could show y'all this.
Oh, look, here's what's funny.
Can you see it?
Hi.
Can you see her
Hi.
hand on my bottle of water?
Yes. She's like, there's water. Lily, go get her some water.
She got her own fit.
Okay. So check this out. It's funny that they're saying this about Jay-Z because I just mentioned Jay-Z earlier. It says, y'all think Jay-Z went to Twitter when Beyonce had Terrence Howard lost on stage? No, be like Hove.
Oh.
This
Yeah.
funny because this is funny because this is who I mentioned earlier, and I'm like, you would, y'all, all you people are saying, oh, that man ain't got no balls. I'm like, y'all would all be sucking Jay-Z. Matter of fact, you'd push women out the way to suck Jay-Z.
Yes,
Stop
they will.
it. Stop the cap. Stop the emotional cap. But we are going to segue into: would you marry a porn star? Would you marry a porn star? Let me
Nah.
grab this video. No, it's funny. I posted that in my little note. A couple of people hit me back and say yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't even sleep with a porn star, actually.
You what, Lily?
I wouldn't even sleep with one.
You wouldn't sleep with them
Mm-mm. Nope.
one
And it's
night?
not, it's, no, mm-mm.
You
Just
just
asking for a friend.
you the Tims and the fitted Jen. Yeah, I can see it in your face already.
Holding on to the banister.
I can see he's already on your mind right now.
Actually, and listen, I have a favorite porn star who actually slid into my DMs, and I was just like, yeah, no, but good work, son.
Yeah, Adam, more power to him. I mean,
No, we can't just add him more power to him. We gotta let the people know what the hell we about to talk about.
No, I'm about to get into it. You know
Okay.
what I mean? More power to him. That's his thing. However, I caught a clip of him and his girlfriend talking about the aftermath about.
Okay, I'm gonna play that clip.
Yeah, please play it. And
I am going to play it, but I want to play the first clip, and then I'm gonna play this one right now, so we can get the people up to speed, like Star says at the Star. He always calls me. He says, "Are you up to speed?"
I love it.
And then he gives me the story, and I'm like, "I wasn't, but I am now." What you need, Star. I swear, me and Star would have been like a match made in heaven if he liked women.
He just likes to have sex with women.
Yes. I don't think he likes women very much, but I think him and I would have been the perfect little petite couple talking shit about everybody. Fuck you, get him the fuck off the line. Get him the fuck out of here. That would have been me and him all the time.
Right. Yeah. Can you? Oh God. Can you imagine you two having a show together? That would be insane. The world
Listen,
would
you know
not
that's how we
be
met,
ready.
right? Because this was many 2017. He was looking for a co-host. This was no longer. He's like, I'll never have a co-host again. But that's how him and I
He
met.
doesn't need one. No.
No, not at all. Star is his own planet.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Fuck his own unit. He's his own planet. Star needs no one. We need him. Okay, so Adam22, the owner of No Jumper, big gossip blog. He's like the second Vlad, making lots of moolah off of black content and black music and shit like that. Just call it what it is. But I don't think black people mind. They only care like if the Latinas. I'll let that go.
Well, Vlad ain't really do nothing bad, man. He just gave the black man an opportunity to lie.
And snitch. Lie and snitch.
Lie and snitch. Like, look, if you give a hook nigga 5 minutes, he's gonna tell on somebody.
Right. All right. So this is Adam22. Adam22 is also a porn actor, right?
I have no clue.
Yeah, they sleep with women, and this is okay. So here's the gist of the story. Adam22 from No Jumper. He does erotic films with his girl, but they always did girl on girl. So this was the first time that his wife, not his girlfriend, he married her, that his wife was going to do a scene. And this is the guy that this video here I'm about to show is the guy that she did the scene with. Let me pull this banner down because we wish Keke and her new tits well, but we're off of that now. All right.
Hey guys, guess who I'm shooting with today? It's finally happening. Wow, I did not know you were going to do that.
So I've been with my girl for 7 years. We just got married. We're not in an open relationship, but from a porn perspective, we shoot with other girls, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. But no other guys is busting her coochie and ass out.
Well, you guessed it. Over the weekend, she filmed her first ever scene with another man.
I know you was mad.
Shit.
You was angry.
I agreed to it, so I wasn't. I say angry might not be the word. I can like intellectualize it, and from my perspective, I don't think it should be a big deal. Yeah. But then after she actually did it, I'm not gonna lie, I did feel kind of odd.
A little bit of that
feeling in the belly,
see,
you know?
Well, like goddamn, like by real, yeah, like goddamn, like.
Well, he ain't the only one that felt it in his belly.
So speaking of feeling it in the belly, let's hear what she said about the penis that she had to deal with. Come on, you asshole. You have too many videos.
And for the record, I do not recognize the man that she did the scene with.
Really? All right, we'll leave that right there where it is, and let's just play the next video, Lily. Hurry up and load. Okay, I made my laptop cold, so we should be good.
It wasn't hard to come back to your. I was in a lot of pain for a few days, so having sex was, you know,
it was reupholstered.
You were a little traumatized by me being like, "Ouch!" Hold on.
At first, yeah, but that did go away pretty quickly.
It took like 3 or 4 days. Yeah.
Yeah. You feel like it snapped back? Well, you never had the natural birth that you were planning on.
I don't believe that vagina stretches from having sex once for 40 minutes with a bigger.
I mean,
sounds like a cup.
So, okay. So, wow. Okay. Let's unpack. So it's funny. He tried to make light of it. Well, it wasn't for that long. She was like, 3 or 4 days. That's a long time. He made it sound like it was just a couple hours. She was like, no, 3 or 4 days I had to get over that huge cock. It was big. He said she was reupholstered. He also said that, hold on, let me read what he said. Speaking of the cuck thing.
Interesting.
She was sitting there basically explaining to him how she had to get over having essentially a Gatorade in her vagina.
Has anyone seen the movie? Anybody seen the movie? Anybody?
I haven't seen the movie. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen him, and
he's well endowed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was reupholstered.
Okay, I can't find it, but basically he did say he was like he's not a cuck or simp, and he was like he doesn't give a fuck who calls him that. But it goes back to what we were speaking about earlier a little bit, where it's like, I know men hate to equate the two, but it is rare that you're going to find an average Joe that isn't this hell-bent on brandishing his ego about what his woman wears and where she goes, right? I'm sorry, I see a correlation. I see the more money a man has, the more clout, the more A-list he is, the less he gives a fuck. Like, would you tell Ice-T you ain't got balls, that's why your bitch is bent over and her ass cracked all the time? Would you say that to Jay-Z, right? You may say that to Adam22 because he looks like a fucking... Ugh. Anyway,
I'm gonna say something that's real controversial, and it's tax bracket specific.
We like controversial here.
Yeah, you say it, because when I say it,
gentlemen, you have to understand something. And I've been around and you actually have money, no real money, not your dude that called like, well, for the PPP loan scam.
Not that guy.
Not that shit. No. I mean dudes who their tax returns are in the millions. Okay, you know what I mean? People with that kind of money. Now, you have to understand. For some of these guys, some of them, not all, for some of these guys, they've been around the world literally numerous times. They've had sex with women that you can't even fucking imagine. Like you couldn't even fathom. This shit looks like some shit out of a movie, literally drawn, you know? And then there comes a time when these men, some of them do get bored with sex. And they develop these ideas and these kinks about having their girl with another guy and watching that shit. There's a lot of rich dudes who want to sit back and watch their girl, their wife, getting railed out by another guy. A lot of black men, actually. They want to see a lot of black men.
And that's old. And that isn't that very, I mean, isn't that as old as dirt, that desire from men who are wealthy? So I don't know why today in 2023, these motherfuckers are still running around talking about, because he ain't got the balls, because he ain't in control. I get furious. I get livid when motherfuckers who've never made $1 million fucking dollars talk about men who made $1 million. It's a different life. And I don't understand why it's so fucking hard to grasp. I can't tell you what life is like in a 5'11" blonde Victoria's Secret model. I cannot tell you. I'd sound stupid if I tried to explain to you what that woman's day-to-day is like, what her feelings are, what she's thinking. That's a whole different world. Similarly, a millionaire and a billionaire, you cannot relate. You don't even know what it's like to be in that world. These people eat, piss, shit, drink, restaurants, hotels, flights, environment, where they get their clothes, where they fucking breathe, where they get their hair. It's a whole other world. And you, Mr. Bus Driver, respectfully, because I would date a bus driver, but you, Mr. Bus Driver, you are not of that. You're just not. So I don't understand why it's so hard for these men to grasp. Now, of course, like the guy on Facebook, well, I have many clients, but you're not one of them. You're standing here talking like you're one of them. And that third person shit, who the fuck don't know millionaires, Lily? Why do they keep doing this?
Exactly.
Why do they keep doing this?
They keep playing themselves. They can't help it. They just can't help it.
I'm like, well, I train many. I have them in my phone crying to me about their whole fucking family and their wife. And like, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
We're not going to hear the same shit, bruh.
Right. Like, we're all around, you know, millionaires and stuff like that, but we don't live their lives 24/7. We get invited in, we swing through, we make special guest appearances, we eat from, you know, the table and all of that stuff. But that's not my day in and day out life. I'm not going to say.
I think
catch and release for porn stars.
I also think that, again, here we go with people have this poor perception. Okay, you can take a beautiful woman, let's just say a beautiful woman who's a 9 or 10 or whatever, and you got a handsome guy who's also a 9 or whatever, or 10. Those two beautiful people, they don't live the same life. They don't have access to the same thing. I guarantee you that beautiful woman right there, this beautiful woman has met tons of rich men. You know what I mean? She has access to areas that you can't even fucking imagine, so on and so forth. Beautiful women, 9 times out of 10, gets them access. Beautiful men, just get some more pussy. That's pretty much how the world works. You know what I mean? Can we get the access as a man? Yeah, it can, but for women, it's completely different, man. Completely.
See, Stephen Hill, don't talk yourself out of some vagina, sir. I still like you a little bit. Don't, sir. Shut your trap. Stephen Hill says, look at here. As long as I'm still allowed to pop off a couple of strays here and there, she can make her little movies. Ain't no way I could do it one-sided.
That's
you want making a little movie, baby.
Right. That was a big movie. He said, looky here.
with that being said, personally, I wouldn't date a porn star.
E Scrapple says it won't last. You think they won't last? I mean, what's left? They're
I don't
both,
think they ever
and the thing is
started.
that
Why won't they
they're
last?
both right because they both do porn.
Right. Why won't it
So it's
last?
not like he's like, oh, I don't know what this is. Like he does porn, she does porn. They're a porn couple, is what they are. It's
That's
not
like
like he's a.
that's like saying two crackheads and be like, this ain't gonna last. Why wouldn't it?
Oh, crackheads be last then to one
They
of them
do
dies.
last forever. You right. They do the death do you part kind of. They take that shit seriously. We got the heroin twins that live in my neighborhood, right? And they think they they like this.
Listen. There's two things that'll bond people for life: is trauma and drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Very true. Crack can keep you married.
And he also said, Adam22 said that this whole scandal has been excellent for business.
And
For
he's a
him
businessman.
For him and for her.
Yeah.
So he got his eye on the bag while all the little chihuahuas nipping at the ankles on Facebook. I wouldn't let my woman do that. Well, we've seen your woman, sir.
We wouldn't let your woman do that either. You've seen your girl.
Well, then again, they have. Then again, they got like MILF porn and do they have GILF porn? Do they have GILF porn?
Kinda.
Yes, they do. Yes.
No, ain't no kinda.
Well, I'm saying kinda as
I'm a GILF.
not 70 years old. Like yeah, like.
No, I mean she has to be
right, like Jen.
No disrespect, Jay.
I'm a GILF.
Yes, you would be as far as
you're the GILF. Yeah,
you would be as far as it goes. You know what I mean?
I would be what?
You would be about as far as it goes. You know what I mean?
What do you mean as far as it goes?
No,
because I've seen old.
No,
that's a lie.
Old decrepit.
Yes.
Where you get your porn from?
What kind of Aldos you got?
What porn you see? Because I be seeing like old women, like saggy old women. It's not
Aldos, yo.
Like
it's not like Aldos. It's Pornhub.
Right. And it'd be like what and it'd be with like the top guys too. It don't be with like some pookie down the street either.
Right,
like,
You know,
how you like that, Grandma?
Yes. Look, my Vegatron said they have them 70s in their 70s, real old bitches. I've seen them, so it's not as far as me. I still be milfing. All right, what they consider GILF is. I saw some interesting shit because I'm into the massages. That's what's in my browser. But I saw like these older Latin ladies, like they look like the chick that Arnold Schwarzenegger cheated on his wife with. They look like the little ladies that sell the oranges and the fruit on the corner and the churros.
Yes.
Yes, and it looked weird because they were with like this young strapping guy, and I was like it looked like she was like sleeping with her son or something. But yeah, no, they get old, like white, wrinkled. Like I'm like, I can't watch that.
Watch this shit pop up in my Algos right now.
You already know it.
It's coming up because they're listening.
And my bestie on here judging me, bitch, don't judge me.
What did Orlando say?
Can you block Orlando, please? You block my bestie. You're gonna judge me.
He said, "What kind of research you be doing?"
But
seen it.
He did remind me that the heroin twins did get the Walgreens down the street closed down because they were still in like they owned the joint. Oh, they will walk in and cuss you out as they. Anybody who's ever came around, they will tell you. I can't make this up. They will walk into the Walgreens cussing and fussing. When they about to steal, they got their bag ready. They cussing everybody out. Fuck you looking at. God damn it. All they send them. I'm just mind your goddamn business.
Yes, the Yolandas, David. The Yolandas. David Dillon said like the one who took Selena away from us. Yes, the Yolandas. That's what they call them. That's what they call Spanish Karens, right?
I did not know that.
They call Latin Karens Yolandas.
Oh, wait till I use that one.
Oh, that's a Yolanda. Wow.
Yeah, you can't call her Karen. Say Yolanda. It's Yolanda.
Okay, I learn something new every day. I live around a lot of Yolandas, so I'm gonna have to start addressing them.
Okay, so Shira Strong says, "Would you guys be okay with your partner being a porn star. I think no saint would be okay.
Like we talk what like top shelf, like
No
making that
saint.
money.
Like the girl, like Adam22's wife.
I mean, not the one that's on like border bangers. That's that's one of these young girls they get for a scene or something.
Right?
Okay, so like Adam22's wife, you'd be okay with that?
Is she like making a lot of money?
Oh,
So it's a money thing.
so it's a money and look thing for you?
Oh, I don't care. Like I don't care what the guy looks like. That doesn't bother me. It's all about.
So I don't think I'd be comfortable with that. But I did date a stripper.
That don't count.
He says I'm on the clock. He's Scrabble.
That don't count.
You don't think that counts? I'm sure he was smashing at all them parties and getting head and all that shit.
That's different. You said you're sure based on your assumption of how he looked, blah blah blah. There's a difference between that and you're going fucking Pornhub and you're just like, holy shit.
This is true.
No, but listen.
And she's getting railed out by some dude with some shit like this. You know what I mean? And she's literally getting rearranged and reupholstered. And you knew something felt different when she was over the house, you know what I mean, previously. It's a different situation.
So let me ask
because
a
I
question.
can imagine if you're a porn star that you start
so.
dating, like these guys will start looking up your scenes and feeling the way.
Yeah. See, that's the problem. Is the video and it's on the internet forever, and then
But okay, let me give another example.
Yeah.
Drake's baby mama did porn. Again, wealthy man. He had his pick of the litter.
That was an oops baby. That was an oops baby. That was an oops baby.
But he could have had an oops baby with a librarian, a doctor, an attorney.
He also kept that woman under wraps though.
He sure did.
He wasn't trying to let us know.
He sure did.
Let's keep it real. He had to own her because you know what I mean.
He was exposed.
Ass. You're coming for his
well,
ass.
Isn't Jamie one of Jamie Foxx's baby mothers a prostitute or call girl?
Something like that.
Yeah, from his eldest daughter.
Listen. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't date a stripper. I wouldn't say that.
I would.
A stripper, that's easy to date.
I most likely have to.
A porn star is porn star is something.
Like Adam22. Like I'm not sitting there having a discussion with my girl. Like, so how did it feel? Really? So
that was deep.
Like that's a little like weird.
Yeah.
But you know what, Lily? I'm taking a page from your book. People are sexual, and it's different levels of sexual.
Absolutely.
So things that we hold sacred, they're like, it's just fucking.
Damn, Jen, I can't get to my point before you take stuff out of my words.
No, you were thinking that.
Okay.
No, I mean basically what I was saying was this. I was saying, listen, there's a couple of layers of this. There's some fantasies that you might not actually want to see. You think you want to see and you don't want to see. Yeah. But for me, I could date a stripper. I could date a porn star, because for me, it's not about I don't care about how many, people they slept with. I don't dwell on that kind of stuff.
So it's not the body count.
It's definitely not. No.
But
For me, no, I don't. For me, it's more of like it's more of the mind for me. Like, do we get along, or are we loyal to each other? All that kind of stuff matters a lot more to me. But I think some fantasies, that's the thing. Fantasies, you think you have a fantasy, and then like I think what happened to him a little bit anyway. I don't know. I don't think that was his fantasy, but like he okayed something, and then it was like,
yeah, because he did say he felt
yeah. So he wasn't. He thought he could handle it. He thought he could handle it, and then he had some emotion. So it's tricky, but
very.
I don't. But basically, because for me, real quick, for me, it's like I think it's all about that control thing. They put a lot of focus on what people have done with other people, as if that makes them a bad. I think as that makes them somehow less than a human being, or less than a person, than someone
That's
who.
True. Orlando says I'd never date a male stripper. Orlando, I have a stream in my gallery where I interviewed the stripper I dated. Juice said, T, there's tea there. Of course, I had to pause him a couple times because he got to talk too much. He was like, yo, she could. I was like, hey.
They already in your DMs.
Right. I was like, what are you trying to do to me? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yo,
And his girlfriend was in the room when I was interviewing him. She was there. She was right there.
Look, man.
Well, she has to have a level.
She was already like, oh, she cute. And I was like, no, ma'am.
Oh, she was trying to do that thing. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, no, ma'am. Bye-bye.
To do that. Anyway, I can dig it, No Saint. You know, maybe it's just look, everybody has their thing. I will just say, you know, Adam22, if that's his thing, that's his thing. Look, I tell people my thing, and you know, to this day, you know, people look at me kind of odd when I tell them, you know, my thing. You know, and you know, I don't think it's odd. You know, I think it's, you know, but I told you, Jen. Yes, it is a race thing.
Okay, so let's talk about this for a minute.
It is a race thing.
Is it that men of color, because I'm not just going to say black, because Latins will punch a woman in the forehead, okay, if she's looking a certain way at another man. Is it that white men feel more privileged and powerful in life in general, and that's why they don't give a fuck about that shit? Or, wait, it's three. Or are white people just nastier? Or are people of color, they don't have shit else going on for them, so it's like I'm gonna make the little shit that I do have control over, which is my woman, my man, or whatever, and I'm gonna make this a big deal. Because if you notice, even men of color, when they come into millions and billions, they don't do that. Jay-Z is not giving a fuck this bitch is on a horse naked. He doesn't care. He's making billions. He's sitting across Warren fucking Buffett. He has no time for people. Beyonce's on a horse naked. They don't even have those conversations with Jay, right? So is it a tax bracket thing? Is it that white people are nastier, like they kiss their dogs and the necrophilia and the bestiality and shit like that? Or do white men feel so privileged and empowered that they're like, I don't give a fuck if this chick sleeps with somebody else. I'm that guy. I'm white. What are you going to do to me? How are you going to take me down? I'm white. Answer that.
I think it's an assortment of so many of those things, but I will say from my perspective.
Answer that, chat.
Yeah.
From my perspective, as a black man in the BDSM community, there are very few of us, because most blacks, they aren't very turned on by that. They often refer to it as that white shit. You know what I mean? Black people are very conservative when it comes to sex. Extremely conservative.
Yes.
Is it religion, or are they just naturally?
Well, it's a number of things, because I'll tell you, you know, some of my boys, when we talk and shit like that, it was really funny. I'll tell you a real funny story. You know what I mean? One time before, my boys were talking, and you know what I mean, it was like, yeah, man, because he was a regular dude, and you know, I'm from the entertainment world, so I'm sitting there and I'm hearing them talk or whatever, and they was like, yeah, man, because you know all that shit, you know what I mean? I don't know how motherfuckers can be in the same room, you know what I mean, when another dude fucking and blah blah blah, and yada yada. How you gonna be doing this? And yada, you in orgies and threesomes and all this other shit. I'm just looking at them like, and you know, and I you know, they asked me a question, and then I was like, well, define that, you know, because my thing is like this. I've been in situations where I'm doing my thing in one room, somebody's doing the other thing in the other room. They might be doing their thing in the other room with more than one person, not necessarily the same sex or the opposite sex. I don't know. You know what I mean? The point of the matter is that being in the entertainment world, I'm subjected to different ideas. I've seen different things. I'm subjected to different people, different cultures. Most black people, black men in particularly, they just know their circle. And their circle is just hyper masculine and homo and homophobic, and any kind of idea that is outside of regular, just trying to break her back open, is considered not masculine.
Oh yeah, we saw that yesterday, last night on the block.
So
That's another thing too. The way and no, Saint, you can enlighten us, but the way I've heard black men talk about having sex with women is pretty gross too. Like I'm stroke you, dig your back out, break your back, and I'm like, y'all are the worst sex on the planet, and y'all have no clue and no fucking idea. The worst fucking sex on the planet is motherfuckers that talk like that. I mean, the worst sex. I'll blow that back out. I'll break that back. I'll dig you. It's like, it just makes you like.
His face is so
look, and again, but you know, look, from my perspective though, I don't know about all these brothers now into getting their asses licked. You know,
I feel attacked.
These dudes are having their legs cracked open, or they're in the air, they're in the fucking air.
This is not about me, Haran. This is about
Hold
Adam22.
Hold on, don't say you can date a porn star, but you ain't gonna get your ass licked. Okay.
No, listen.
Look, out of the gym,
No,
I don't. You know, you got these dudes
Come
out here.
on, no, Saint. Come on.
No. I don't think a woman should be I don't think a woman should be down there.
No, Saint. Wait a minute. Okay, look.
Men are gross.
Facts.
Men are gross.
Facts.
Oh, so you do? Oh, you little chauvinist pig. So you're doing birds that? What is it? Girls are made of
flowers and
flowers and something. Boys or whatever.
Girls are made of spice and all things nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sugar and spice and everything nice. That's what little girls are made of. No, Saint. Let me just set it up for you, okay?
Uh-oh.
Please don't.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know if we're prepared for this, but all right. It's Thursday. It's Freaky Friday Eve, so let's go ahead and get it in.
Let's just say it did.
I'm just saying. Wait a minute. I'm just getting started.
Right.
Get off
just
me.
Say
Get off me.
Just say you got the T-shirt. Just say you got the T-shirt. show the ticket stub. Show the ticket stub, Jen.
All right. So I won't give you the director's cut. I'll give you the one that they play on TV with the commercials in between.
Okay, we can do
really quickly. In a shower, beautiful night, romantic. You guys were partying all night. You're vibing. You're drinking. You come home. You're like, oh my God, it was raining. Let's get in the shower. You're in the shower, right? You're washing her bag. She's washing your bag. Then she's, right? She gets down on her knees. Now she's washing your butt, and she cracked that bitch. You're gonna be like, hey.
No, I'm gonna be no.
You can't ruin the ambiance. You can't ruin the ambiance.
It's just.
But what if it's clean? Y'all are in the shower.
I get it. I don't know. That's just
You coming to Vegas? I'm gonna get a girl to crack your ass.
Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Bro.
Stays in Vegas.
That's right.
Until we cam up on Monday. Let me tell you what Nose did.
Look, no saying, if I happen to be walking by, getting some water, and I see you going, you sound like a very dope boy, and I'm looking at some Vegas escort. I'm minding my business, bro.
Oh, I know a couple. I'm just
or
saying.
two.
I'm my business, bro. No judgment.
I know a couple working girls.
A little bit of judgment, but
a little bit.
A wrong amount of it.
It's kind of weird because there are a lot of things that I would probably entertain, but for some reason I don't want a woman there.
Okay, so it's an exit, not an entrance. Right.
Well, I didn't say that. I just said not with her mouth.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. No say this back back on the freaky train. So because I was worried about you
I might have
not being freaky.
You said not,
Okay.
This is for
Okay,
entertainment purposes only.
And to say the opinions that are on the blog agenda, not necessarily the opinions of, we got it. David Dillon said no taint tasting. No taint tasting for you either? Y'all want your booty holes left alone, huh?
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
great.
All right. Okay.
Actually, I like guys who want their ass left alone.
Lily, I'm more gay than you. Is that what we're
Yes,
saying?
that's what we're saying. Listen, I like the sight of it. Like I like the sight of the ass, and that's as
Uh-huh.
far. That's where it begins and ends. That's where it literally begins and ends because it's a part of the body. It's a full, and I love the whole male body, but that's where it begins and ends.
So I'm alone
I
here.
think it's a
Oh
power,
my gosh.
a power kink with you, Jen. I think it's a power kink.
It is. I said that before.
Exactly. You get
I love that comment. I was like,
burly dude. Nice.
Oh, you talking about Orlando?
stand your ground.
Yeah, Orlando told you to stand your ground.
Don't give up your groceries. Hold on to the groceries. Hold on to the Whole Foods, no saying. Hold on to the Whole Foods.
No, you're just gonna be Trader Joe's. It's gonna be Trader Joe's, baby.
Listen. No, it is a power thing. It's been fun. Like I don't think I would. I'm be a hundo. I don't think I would have tried that with my little 5'6" that guy that I dated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when we stood up, we were like almost eye to eye. It wouldn't have did anything for me to crack his ass, to be honest. Now you 6 foot, look like you can move furniture by yourself. I may want to try some shit just to see.
I mean,
Just to see.
I can understand. I mean, the short guy will be kind of like, I don't know, like filling up a toy.
What?
Sticking your finger in a toy, like a plush animal, like he was necessarily a present. He didn't necessarily have a present.
Haran, you're short shaming. You're short shaming.
No, that was wrong. That was wrong.
That was wrong. Orlando said, "Hell yeah, you are, Jed. I love that you." It's fun sometimes.
It is.
It depends on what it depends. Honest, but that's not something I. It's not like every boyfriend I've had. Dios mío. You know what I mean? It's not, no.
Can I ask a
But
question? Did they make?
yeah.
Did they sound like bitches when
No, I told you before, the 2 that I did it to. I only did that twice. Everybody calm down. I did that. Everybody calm down. Okay. I only did it twice and they were quite uncomfortable.
Okay.
They were
And
quite
you got
uncomfortable.
you got off on the uncomfortable, like
Yes.
I cannot confirm nor deny. However, I enjoyed myself.
Jen, this sounds very penitentiary-ish. I don't know. This sounds like.
Well, I likes you and I want you.
Exactly.
Very Oz, very, very Oz.
I likes you and I want you.
It's a little fleece-ish.
I know you're married now to a woman, but do you miss prison?
Nah, I miss booty.
I'm just saying, but it's one of those things. It's one of those things where I was like, okay, been there, done that. Because you like to experiment. You want to do everything once, but it's not. I wouldn't just like. It depends on how nice his butt is. Steve, you in trouble. He got a nice butt. Steve, you still in the room? See,
So,
Steve may get cracked. You know what I mean? He got a nice, but he's a big man though. You know what I mean? It's a challenge. I wouldn't, if I was dating Prince, I wouldn't want to do that. But yeah, he's tiny already.
Yeah, so you're not doing the Sukiana, just running up on stage
No.
and yeah.
Not even a little bit. Steven, you still here? Can we discuss some cracking? No? All right. Moving on.
I don't think he's prepared to discuss that right now.
Oh, this is Don. Hello, Don LeBon, the hobbyist. What he got for me? He said, Jen, you're not alone. There are a couple female rappers that have the same program.
Eating his ass. I'll be eating his ass.
I didn't say I was eating their ass. I said I was cracking it. Let's crack their ass. It depends. No, but there was no, let me correct that. Haran, you're going to get a real cup or I'm going to mail one to you.
Such a man.
I don't know why.
Such a man. You know how many cabinets I've seen where I have to throw out all the fucking plastic containers of every fast food joint that was ever fucking invented?
Oh, Lily.
This is
She would
guys.
not want to live here with all the Mardi Gras cups people have sitting in their
No,
cells.
it's a man thing. It is a man thing. It's a man thing. Y'all keep all them fucking fast food comes to me. Da una rabia. If I went to
That's right.
no, I would open the cabinet in one fell swoop. I would be like into the garbage.
So convenient.
It's recycling, repurposing.
Meanwhile, I have my water bottle right here, though.
There you go.
See?
And
And
that
you
has a-
reach for the.
That has a little look to it. No, but Haran, one time I was a bit turned off because this guy, he did like the V in the bed with the legs. He did. And I was
no.
this
You
isn't
got
the
to
game
go.
I wanted to play.
No, you got to go.
Like, you're ruining my game. I don't
Cause
want
see,
it.
I'm afraid you're gonna
my
steal
God.
my lip gloss and I'm be mad.
No, seriously, like the whole V. I was like,
on the weekends.
yeah. Yeah, but looking back, I was like, he was definitely, what do you call it? A trade? My
Yeah,
daughter-
Trader Joe's. Trade.
Oh, he was definitely Trader Joe's. He was trading all the Joes. Straight all the Joes.
Oh my goodness, man.
Lily, speaking of,
Oh God. Oh God. I'm scared. How's this about to go?
I got right back out of there. Oh no, I ain't going in there.
I just know you went. No.
Oh boy. This is a girl talk moment. I'm not even asking.
And you know my bestie picked up on that, right? I know he did.
I'm not even asking. I don't want to.
Don't.
I just said, speaking of, I ain't going in that room, Lily. I ain't going in there. We could leave the door closed.
Turn off the light.
Exactly. On your way out, sir. Ma'am. Ma'am, sis, sir. Ma'am.
Sir, ma'am.
Sis.
Sir, ma'am.
Sir, ma'am. Keith David says, "Yo, Jen, why don't you start bringing a female adult star on your panel?" I don't know any. You know any? I'll hit one up. I don't know any. And then the bitches, they probably want to get paid. Or, I mean, I was trying to get. Remember, Haran? I was trying to get that girl up here for a Freaky Friday. She's a dominatrix, and she wanted me to jump through hoops. Bitch, I'm not one of your subs. I ain't jumping through no. Either you coming or you not. If not, then vaya con Dios.
Extra. She was real extra.
Oh, that Stephen Hill. Oh, he heard us. Cracked? Oh, hell no. I'm not here. Yeah, they all say that in the beginning. I'll see you in Vegas.
They all
It's always
say-
like, no. In the beginning, it's always like, not me. And then the next thing you know, there's a V in the bed.
Steve,
I'll see you in Vegas.
Hey, Steve, look, bro. Again, if I walk through the house and I see you holding a pillow, very traumatized looking. No fucking judgment, bro.
And me eating a bowl of Apple Jacks.
Could you try?
What was
Who's
that?
That was my
Somebody.
Actually set my
Oh. I was like,
I
the
heard-
AI's done got us. The
I
AI's
thought
done
somebody
got
asked-
us.
I saw somebody ask, "Could you try? Could you try?"
Right. I was like, the AI done joined the panel and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The AI wanted his ass cracked too. Could you try?
Could you try it, please?
Could you try me?
Could you try?
Could you repeat
Steven, you wouldn't let me. Steven, come up. I want to ask you something.
Uh-oh. Proceed with caution, Stephen. Proceed with caution.
Steven, come up. We almost finished, Steven. Come up. Can you come up?
You won't have too many questions to answer.
Right. Steven, come up. Look, there goes the link. He ain't coming now. I dropped the link, Steven. Come up. I want to ask you something. What were we talking about?
I said that if I catch Steven holding a blankie, walking through the house, a very traumatized look on his face. Don't worry. No judgment.
Won't ask any
Oh my
questions.
With Jen with a very devilish look on her face.
When she's gonna have her devil horns on.
Devil horns? Yo,
Yes. While she's
Don,
eating cereal.
hold on. Don Levon, are you still in the building? You still in the room? How about you? Little cracking in your life? Where you at, Don? Come on, it's Thursday. It's Freaky Friday Eve where everybody's hiding.
let me find out Jen be having her fucking Maleficent horns on when she cracking a nigga ass and shit like that.
Oh,
might as well.
See, don't give me no idea. Now I want to do something else. Haran, I was out of the ass cracking business. Now you went and gave me something else to do. Don't give me no ideas. You can't do that. Don't give me no. I have no ideas. David Dillon says sliding down the wall. Steve's gonna be sliding down the wall.
And then he's gonna be in the shower on the tub part of the shower.
And of
Don't
course,
look at me. Don't look at me.
and then of course, No Saint's gonna walk by and give him a bottle of water.
It's okay, bro. It's okay.
So this is a question I wanted to ask while the guys are deciding whether or not they want to get cracked. Okay. It'd be our secret. So, except when I came up on Monday. Yeah! Guess what Taliban did? Anyway, so, okay, so going back to what Adam22 and his chick were talking about, I want to know if it's cap. Fellas in the chat, please answer this because y'all have penises, okay? So y'all should know. Fellas on the panel, you too. Is it true? Because he's like, oh, they were talking about size, right? And she was like, oh, you're basically your vagina size isn't going to change because you did one sex scene with a guy that was big, right? Have you ever, and before you answer, remember that women's wetness varies during the month. So this month it could be more slippery and another, but have you ever been hit and been like, she been with somebody way bigger than me? No? Okay, no. What about you, chat? Because I'm like, is that true? Because I know guys be like, oh, I could tell when she was with somebody bigger, or women. Well, I'm one of them. Like, if I see that a dude is real big, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that to my body. I just don't.
No,
But
that's
now,
something. That's something. that,
Lily likes it big.
Well, no, what I said is that I was with a guy who was huge, but that's a novelty dick. Like, it's not a dick that you want all the time. Like it's something you talk about with your girlfriends, but in reality, yeah, you know, it's yeah.
Thank you, Shantai. She said it's her third show. I love it here. Your panel is funny. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Steven is in the gym. You can still cam up. You sweating? You got a tank top on? No, yeah, and that's why it's like guys get so hung up on size, like they really do, and I'm telling you, we don't like those. It's something honestly that's funny. It's just as funny as seeing a guy with a tiny little wiener. We go back and tell our girlfriends and laugh about it, and if there's a guy with a huge one, we go back and tell our girlfriends about it and laugh about it, but we don't want either one for keeps. Right. Don't want either one for keeps. So if you somewhere in the middle, and guys get hung up on inches, blah, 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 just don't be, you know what a tiny thing is, and you know what too big is. You guys know, you buy big screen TVs and big wheels and shit like that. Like, you know the difference between small and big. Like, yeah, but it's not, and I'm like, why y'all get hung up on size? We don't care. It's not, it is a novelty. We don't care. It's like, it's funny, like, it's like,
yeah.
Girl, let me tell you, look at this picture. Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Yeah.
No, I don't want, and I'm tiny. I'm a little old ballerina too. No. Yeah. I don't want anything as big as my calf. And no.
You're gonna be ruining my hot pocket.
Nothing like this.
What the fuck is that? No, sir. No.
Nothing like this.
No, that's terrible. Oh, Steven said. Oh, Stephen Hill said, for the record, this show ain't workout music. Damn near dropped the weight on my neck from laughing.
Oh, God.
Stay safe.
Right. We have been known to be a little dangerous.
Don't do any benching while you're watching the show, bro.
No.
Right. Roy Chess said, well,
you
if
could do the treadmill.
Roy Chess said, well, if there are totally different experiences, it will cross the mind of a man one time it is tight, and the other time it is like doing U-turns in a parking lot. Is going to beg the question why. And that's why I try to teach y'all about vaginas, because the vagina has a mood of its own, and throughout the month it really goes different sizes, and it's wetter this week and dry that week. Except I'm Puerto Rican,
And
it's never dry.
they come in different sizes, just
Yes,
like penises.
yes,
You know, so I know a couple of girls who say they have shallow ones, and so they're not into all that big, like they don't need it. It's not required for them. So
yeah,
yeah, people don't know that as well. So they might get a girl with a bigger one and think that she's just been getting, banged
child.
out, but that's not, yeah, that ain't the case. So yeah, they need to learn.
I told you I was in a car one time with a best friend that I had no longer, had to kick her to the curb. But I was in a car and I was sitting in the back seat, and her baby daddy were in the front arguing. And he was like, "Yeah, that's why you ain't got no fucking walls. I can't even feel." I was like, "Oh, let me out." I was like, "Oh, let me out." I was like, I can walk the rest of the way. I live right there. Like, it was terrible. And I was embarrassed for, like, secondhand embarrassment is an understatement, but I was like, oh my God, how can you tell a woman that? That's like telling a man, yeah, that's like telling a man, that's why your dick always small. Like telling a woman she don't got no walls. I was like, girl, you should have told him because his dick little. Don't let him talk to you like that.
They used to talk about this. Yeah, more than one guy, more than two guys. They talk. They.
Oh yeah, they had this girl at my high school. They called the hallway.
Oh.
No, sir.
Called her hallway.
It's like throwing a hot dog, like
if
throwing
you're-
a hot dog down the hall. Yeah, I've heard that before.
One motherfucker said, like, if you silence yourself enough, you can hear it whistling.
Yo, E Scrapple's stupid. E Scrapple's stupid. He said it's a secret fantasy of mine pulling down those big white panties. He's talking about my video. Fuck you. First of all. All right. I never give y'all more than y'all need, okay? Because y'all do the most with a little bit as it is.
Right.
Oh, David Dillon says, does having kids affect the size long term? Here's what I've heard. According to sources, your vagina is supposed to snap back, and then with breastfeeding it heals faster. But I wasn't believing it. I just did. I'm a very petite woman. My baby was 9 pounds 1 ounce.
Yeah,
I was not dilating. The vagina was not cooperating, and they were waiting and waiting. I said, I cannot have a 9-pound child exit my body like the fucking Alien movie. This is how I felt. I was like, no. So I had the little C-section, but I heard it goes back to normal, but I've always been paranoid that it doesn't completely go back to regular normal, so I never wanted to do it. And also, in a fucking autopsy, you can tell if you find a torso of a woman, you can tell if she gave birth because her hips, right? No saying, you should know, y'all find bodies and shit. The hips are, they're wider, so you can tell so obviously it freaking rearranges your body when a freaking baby comes out of you that way. So I was like, see? Talking about you snap back.
I've heard a lot of women just talk about how their body gets rearranged. Not necessarily that area, but their body in general gets rearranged.
It does. Your spine
Bladder.
is like, huh?
Bladder.
Mm-hmm.
Like
even their anal. Like sometimes they rip, like in their butt. Yes, when they're giving birth. Yes.
Oh, that's yeah, because I've heard girls get sewn up. Oh, yeah. I can't even think of a sewn up vagina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait a minute. Thank you for the super chat, Don Levon. Don Levon says, Jen, first of all, you ain't cracking me. If there's going to be any cracking going on, it's going to be me cracking you. I'll crack you from the front and crack you from the back.
Quite a charmer.
Thank you for the super chat, Don Levon.
Moving right along.
Right. I'm like, you got to know when to, like the first sentence, the second sentence, you could have stopped right there. Like the cracking you, I was with. The other stuff, the whole crackety crack, that was dos muchos, too much. Oh wait, Jay Cavassier says, "Listen, Lena and Keke Palmer just demonstrate these are modern times. I don't have an issue with it. Adapt and move accordingly. Smarter." Who's Lena?
Is that the girl? Is that the wife?
Oh yes, that is Adam
Okay.
22's wife. Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. I mean, this is where we're headed. Like men, you know, I think men of means, and maybe men under that are going to be more understanding about the nature of the woman that these manosphere people have tried to tell you for a couple years, and they were all wrong.
Ladies,
You gotta know the nature of a woman. I'm like,
ladies, I gotta ask you a question.
yes.
Are black men very conservative in bed, and you have to introduce other things to make it interesting most of the time?
Yes.
Not in my experience.
I mean, you are also cracking asses and shit like that. So, I don't know.
Not in my experience. I would say one, because I've been in them long.
Most of them are adventurous in your experience.
I've been in long ass jail relationships, doing bids with motherfuckers. I would say only one of them was, no, I'm lying. Two of them were conservative. Two of them were conservative, but I'm usually the one that's like wanting to do, if not initiating, like really, really wanting the guy to be more adventurous, and he's not.
Right.
Like I'm like, why don't you do that? Read a book, But men are rigid, especially black men, because everything is gay to them, and they're afraid of everything. I don't, you know what I mean? And it's really a shame because women are freaky. We like what we like, and we're always wondering. We're always like, I keep telling people, they don't believe me. Being an attractive woman is like being a wealthy man. Haran, you said a minute ago, wealthy men get tired of average sex. Beautiful women get tired of average sex. It's the same thing. When you're a rich man, you don't know who wants you for you or wants you for your money. When you're a beautiful woman, you don't know who wants you or wants you for your looks. They just want to be near you. Hanging with both these people gives you perks. You walk in with me to the club, we getting tables, we getting drinks. You walk in with the rich guy, you getting tables, you getting drinks. It's the same thing on both sides. So the way the rich man gets bored, attractive women get bored too. Remember, he has ass being thrown at him constantly. So do beautiful women. There's always a guy that's better than you. So if you are going to sit in that position, you better be fucking adventurous. You better be willing. Even if it's a fucking, like, damn, this shit is crazy, I don't want to do this. You better get in there.
Yeah.
You better get in there, because she's a beautiful woman and somebody else is willing to get in there and get in deep. And it's just like a rich man. He meet a woman, she's conservative. No, I don't want to do that, bitch. I got 10 bitches in my phone who do that and more. It's the same thing on both sides. So that's why I say, like, men want to be with attractive women, and then they get with them, and then it's like, wah, wah, wah. It's a lot of competition. It's a lot of work. But men can do it if they have balance. They can absolutely do it.
Right.
They can do it.
It's been the word lately.
Get balance. Balance. I bought a candle that says balance.
Yeah. Oh, I actually have one. It's a black girl who sells them. I'll go ahead and hook you up. Very good smelling candle. Yeah.
I got mine from Walmart.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she makes hers from scratch, and I used to give them out as gifts and stuff, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, these candles!" Yes, me too.
I love some candles, especially the natural ones now that are like some kind of weird wax. It's a different type of wax.
That's what she makes. It's soy. Okay. It's soy wax.
Yeah, that.
Yep.
So, no saint, you ever found dead people?
A torso?
How the hell we go from that shit to...
Oh my.
God
damn. Did you ever find a body part?
Jen and I like the ID channel, so.
Well, listen, can I ask you a question? I just need to ask a question. Oh, is it a female thing? Why are you guys so obsessed with this fucking channel? Like one of my female friends, all she does is binge watch serial killer shit. You know what I mean? Like, what is it about?
This is what I think it is. Lily, you know what's funny? I read an article the other day and I'm like, They were saying that if you find comfort in watching, like binge watching crime shows, that something's off with you, basically, in a nutshell. And I was like,
No, they're right. They're right.
I think So
no,
this is what I think.
Okay, go
Go
ahead, because
ahead.
I
No, go
have a
ahead,
theory
Lily,
too.
because it's probably the same thing.
Well, mine is human behavior. I'm obsessed with human behavior, right?
Okay.
And it's a psychology thing for me. It's not about the crime. It's not about the murder per se. It's about the process for me of it's just human behavior psychology for me. I learned a lot about humans through the ID channel that have nothing to do with the crime. But then the crime is like the icing on the cake because you're like, I can't believe they did that. So that's really mine. But I think there's more to it. I just have never really explored it that much. But
Yeah. Oh my God, Jay Cavassier. Jay Cavassier says I went down a deep rabbit hole of true crime videos yesterday on YouTube. Yo, the dark YouTube at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. That shit will take you inside of a body.
it will.
Dark YouTube at night when you scrolling and they keep giving you stuff and giving you stuff
Yes.
and it gets darker and darker and now you're watching an autopsy and yo, no, Saint, you was gonna say something?
No, I mean, I don't. Yes.
Really?
As far as your question, yeah. But I mean, it's not something you want to really talk about or think about.
I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
you're fine. It's a natural question, but yeah.
I feel like stand by me. Hey, you guys want to see a dead body? No, I was gonna say to answer Haran's question. My thing is I'm a very meticulous person as both of you saw. Lily, did you see the video I sent them when I was cleaning the microwave?
Oh no, but that you use toothbrushes and
Don't
stuff.
roll your eyes. Don't
Because
roll
I have
your
an electric
eyes.
toothbrush that I use for cleaning and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
So
people got a fucking razor blade, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck?
That's old school.
That's old school.
I didn't even in my mind even consider it, and I'm just like, you see, this is why women clean and men don't.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't even think about that.
So with me, because I'm meticulous and I feel like I got a smart brain, I like figuring it out along with the detectives.
Oh, that too.
Right.
God.
So I like when he's talking, I'm like backseat driving, like, no. Let me tell you what I think happened. When they go in the house and then it's like, looks like he ran in through here. He got stabbed here and then slid down the wall. Like, I love that shit. I love figuring that out. I love casing the joint. I'm trying to solve it before they solve it. And then it's like, oh, no, that guy did it. The one that didn't call back or the one that's saying, oh, the chick that's crying, act like she's crying. All she was involved because I know fake tears. I know fake tears. I know how women cry for fake.
It told me a lot about body language because of that.
Yes.
It told me, I've learned a lot from watching ID channel.
Oh, my little 5'6" guy, he taught me a lot about body language. A lot.
You ever watch on YouTube? I find myself watching. Well, there's a couple of true crime YouTubers that go through different stories. A lot of them are British and they talk about American stories.
Yeah, they do.
But also, I like watching when people get interrogated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever watch any of those.
Of course.
Yeah, but I'm a big First 48 fanatic. So,
oh my God. And then they start breaking down when they first say, I don't know enough. I signed to it. And then they cut back from like 3 or 4 commercials and it's like, look, man, I was mad.
I just want to talk to my mama. I just want to talk to my mama real quick.
I was mad, man. I didn't mean to do it. I was mad, And
well,
the way
all
they
those shows, I don't get. What I don't understand, even to the ones I'm watching, like I tell I've already told my kids, I don't listen. If you ever get arrested and you didn't do it, you did do it. You get first thing you do is get a lawyer. Do not say. You see these shows I'm watching. Do not talk. These people aren't your friends. They're gonna turn. Even if you didn't do it, you may get in trouble for something you didn't even do.
Yep.
Right.
Just.
I'm like, criminals don't watch First 48 because it's shocking how many of them do the same thing over and over.
Yes.
You don't talk, whether you did or not. You don't talk, and it's like, they try to wear you down, and it's like, look, I'm trying to help you.
Right.
If you tell me,
lawyering up, huh? You lawyering up. Yeah, damn right.
Right. They're like, I'm trying to help you. This is the last chance. I'm giving you a last chance. I'm trying to help you. If you tell me everything, no, I don't. No speaking English. Me no black. Me no black.
The thing about it is that that's exactly what I tell a lot of people. You're sitting down in the room because they don't have anything.
Right.
Trust me, if they had what they needed, you wouldn't be sitting down in the room.
Well, no, that's not true. Sometimes they want a slam dunk confession, like they have
that
it.
is true. Sometimes they want that last piece. Sometimes the DA.
See, and that's a challenge. Like that's like, oh man, if I was a detective, I would love that mind game.
Me too.
Shit.
I always feel like I miss my calling because I used to watch all that when I was a kid. I used to watch like the Matlock shows and this and that just to try to solve the crime. And it's funny because when my bestie and I are in the same house, like say when I'm staying at his house, he's staying in my house, I'll literally be like, okay, I gotta go solve me some crime. I gotta go, I gotta work tonight. I gotta go work. So because they, with the force, like in my head, I'm on the force. Like I'm on.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I gotta go. I got some cases to solve tonight because somebody done got killed. So
you remember? Oh my God, I used to love this show so much. Columbo.
I used to watch that.
Yo, the way he used to keep coming back and coming back.
He used to line him up.
Let me just ask you something. One thing. Let me just ask.
Oh my God! I used to want to fucking breeze through the TV, and the rich people used to get really frustrated. No, I said I didn't go on that Tuesday. So let me ask you one more question. I used to be like, oh my God!
He would line them all the way up.
Yeah, yo, that show with his stupid fit, and then the way he used to ask like it was so innocent. Like, well, let me ask you one more question. There's something that's confusing me. You said, oh my God.
Right.
My shit, I don't know if y'all know this. My shit was House.
And yeah, I know a lot of people love House.
Yo, my shit was House. And the reason why my shit was House was that I always waited for the epiphany scenes. Because the epiphany scenes would be so amazing. Like this motherfucker's dying. He's on his deathbed, so on and so forth. House is trying to figure it out. And then he goes to a fucking jazz club and he's just sitting back and he hears like a couple of chords and then he'll be like, sarcoidosis. And then he just runs to the goddamn, hospital and he figures it out because he heard a couple of jazz chords and he immediately gets an epiphany. But you know what? It's amazing because in a lot of ways in life, when you figure out certain things, your mind is actually gestating. And it's that one thing that just sparks it. And then you realize, oh shit, that's what it is. And in a way, it was realistic, but it was also very entertaining. You should watch House, Jen.
House.
Yeah, I heard it was really good. My dad loves that show.
Wait a minute, House. House. Oh, that's the guy with the nasty attitude doctor.
Yes.
I watched a couple episodes. I like him.
Yeah.
He had a really nasty attitude. Yeah, I like people like that. Tristan says on the case with Jen.
Right.
No, it's
what's the guy's name from Jen, the older white guy with the white hair? I love his voice. People like
Barnaby Jones.
Is that him? He's like, so really?
I think he's
yeah. God, his voice. Oh my God! I'd be on the floor because he'd be into it. He'd be like, really? No.
Yo, let me tell you, there's nobody more. I'm telling you, there's nobody more frustrating than fucking Columbo. And then you will see like the rich people get mad. They would be getting mad. No, that's not. Oh my God, he would break them down.
Oh, by the way, though, I'm an SVU binge.
A what?
Orlando, that's you.
I'm an SVU binger, like Law and Order SVU.
I was on Law and Order SVU.
I know. I was going to ask you what it was.
It was called Ballerina, and it was the one with Carol Burnett.
Wait a minute, you were on the one in Carol
Burnett? With Carol Burnett. Yeah, but you gotta watch it like this and don't blink.
Like don't go out for water.
No, no. You might as well not watch it. No. Don't sneeze neither. Do not sneeze, because if you sneeze, that's it. I went by.
Right.
I got to see now. Yeah, I remember now. Her I think her caretaker Chip. It was Carol Burnett was in it, and she was the one who did the murder. You know, at the end.
Yeah. See, you remember. If I showed you the picture of when I was on Law and Order.
Oh, there's certain shows that I'm an avid fan of. Like I'm a huge Twilight Zone fan. Like I've been watching every single.
Oh no, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Twilight Zone. It's ridiculous.
I always watch the marathon every July 4th.
Hell yeah. Wait, and on New Year's Eve.
Yep. And on New Year's Eve. Yep.
New Year's Eve. Hello.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite episode of the Twilight Zone?
Oh my gosh. I love you. You're a bad man. You're a bad man.
I
He
remember
reminds
that
me of
one.
Trump. He reminds me of
Wow.
Trump. That was
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That kid who fucking just couldn't think of any
And then of course my favorite one with the monster on the fucking
Plane.
plane.
That's always been my favorite.
Okay.
I like
My
that in the
favorite-
movie better. The
No,
movie was.
my favorite is Burgess Meredith when he.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Oh no, at the library, he all he wanted to do was read, and he was happy he could read, and his fucking glasses broke.
Yep.
What about Mickey Rooney? I want to be big.
Oh,
I want to
yeah,
be big.
Oh my god.
And then he got big, and then they fucking called him for a jockey job, and he couldn't do it because he was too big.
But you know what? There was one episode that, in a way, kind of it kind of prophesied where we are today in terms of plastic surgery. I think it was.
That's the one.
Yes, I remember that.
Oh, you talking about the?
And it was the two girls.
Beholder.
No, not that one. Not that one.
What's another one?
It was the one where the ugly girl had a choice of either being one number or another number, and everybody was either one number or another number in terms of male or female. Like everybody looked pretty much kind of looked the same. It was, but they only had two choices to pick from. I think it's number 16 looks like you, and that in many ways it was basically saying eventually plastic surgery is going to take it to the point where everybody looks alike.
And we're here.
Wait, we're here.
Welcome.
That's the point that I'm making. That's the point that I'm making.
Yo, he was a fucking genius.
Rod was like out there. Rod was just
fucking genius. Because that is where the fuck we are. Everybody looks the same. Because what do I say? I'm like, if all them girls turn around from behind, I can't tell them apart.
The same weave, the same makeup,
wig,
the same
BBL.
Wig, all of it. It's the same. Same everything.
BBL. Oh, I got my Law and Order picture. Y'all ready for this? This is old.
Number 12 looks like you. Number 12 looks like you. That's
number 12 looks like you?
Yeah, that's the number. That's the...
Okay, this picture is super old, y'all. What year was that Carol Burnett thing, Haran?
It was still in the 90s because I remember the texture of the film, and they changed the texture of their lenses in 2000, so it was still
okay. Well, this is way back. Back.
I can tell when they changed the lens while I'm watching the show. I'm like, this is a different lens. Yeah.
Yep, for sure. I'm like, what did y'all do?
Oh, there was this one show. Do you remember that reality show Little Kim did? And she had like 82 filters on the show. You remember she didn't even have
that should look. Who okayed that?
I don't know.
Really?
Who okayed it.
She did Little Kim did a reality TV?
Yeah, it was with her, Maya, B. Simone,
Pretty V.
Yeah. And it like you get to like everybody else looked regular, and then Little Kim had like 89 filters on. It was you could barely see like her facial
it was like
features.
A joke. No, it was like a joke.
It was like a Snapchat filter on steroids. Like it was. I was like,
ridiculous.
Where did they even find this filter? I didn't even know that they made industrial filters like this.
Yeah, just bad. This is me on Law and Order. Oh, go ahead,
you're a
Jen.
baby.
Yeah,
I'm a baby.
That had to be the
But you're kind of giving Maya.
I used to hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Maya. Yes, I used to hear that a lot.
But you have personality. Maya
Maya's very. I think Maya's the type of girl that like guys would like die to get with, and then they would get with her, and they would be like,
"Yes, she is. She is."
They'd be like, "Okay." Oh wait, thank you for the super chat, Don Levon, the hobbyist. I'm gonna read it like Maya. Thank you for the super chat, Don Levon, the hobbyist. Don Levon says, I used to watch Dexter. He was a lunatic. Oh, I loved fucking Dexter. I was obsessed.
Did you see the reboot?
Didn't like it.
I think
when he was off in that now he was living in a cabin with a beard and that shit. I didn't like it.
And his son?
Yes.
You didn't like that?
Didn't like it.
I thought it was a fitting end.
I was, you know what it is? I don't know. I don't like change as it is. So I was obsessed with like that, and I don't know. They changed him, so
okay.
I don't like the last You season either. Remember You? The last season sucked balls.
Yeah, that was That was some lazy writing with the twist.
And then the chick was so corny. The one with the attitude, the rich one. It was a hot mess. Anyway, we gotta get out of here. I'm fucking.
The next season is the last one.
I know.
All
I'm
right.
up here trying not to yawn. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm trying to hold my
I'm
yawn.
melting. I gotta be at the DMV again in the morning. Yo.
Be in the DMV in the heat. Shit.
I got an appointment. I'm walking right in that bitch. I got an appointment. Yeah, Black Mirrors. No, what is it? Today's supposed to be. Let me see what tomorrow's giving us in Vegas. Tomorrow is giving us. It's still 93 right now at 9:00 at night.
Jesus Christ.
At 9:00 at night, 93 degrees. Tomorrow we look forward to 104.
When I was out there, it was 105 at 9:00 at night, and it had went down because it was 115 early in the day, and it went down to 105.
And Wednesday is gonna be 111.
That air conditioner must be taking a beating.
Yeah, no, everything. It's funny. We walk around the house and it's like things have fallen from where they were. Shit that you didn't think would fall. Like I'm telling you, I came to turn on my ring light today and the plug that's attached to the box was out. I was like, what the fuck is, and then I have a little a rack for all of like the brooms and the mops. And I'm like, the fucking brooms and the mops came out the thing. That's never fallen. The ceiling fan stopped working. Like, it's like everything is like overworking. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The thermostat broke.
That reminds me, Haran, of a Twilight Zone. Do you remember that Twilight Zone? Everything was, I think everything was blistering hot, and then it was like a dream, and they woke up and it was all winter outside or something.
It was cold as shit.
Something like that. Yeah.
She was having a nightmare that everything was super hot. When she woke up, everything was super cold because the Earth was changing course. Something to that effect, and it was moving away from the sun. But the dream that she had, it was moving towards the sun.
Right.
That shit.
So tomorrow we're supposed to be turning up our Black men responsible for obesity in the community. If y'all want, and black fishing. If not, if y'all got a whole different other topic that'll make Friday fun, I'm with it. I'm open to whatever.
Let's go with those. Yeah.
You want to go with that?
With some fat chicks. Yeah, sure.
Who knows? We're going to do matriarchy, or are we doing that Saturday?
We were supposed to do, because I got a video for that.
And I think I invited a couple of guests for that, and I told them Friday. But if we want to tell them Saturday,
I mean, we could. It's Friday night, so we can mix them.
Okay.
We can mix them because the black fishing, that's not going to be long.
Yeah, that's like that's fluff.
But our Black men responsible for obesity is going to be long, and then the matriarchy, that's going to be long. So the black fishing could be fluff, and then we'll do the other two. So let me write it down because I'll fucking forget, and then I'll be texting y'all. What did we say? Yeah, so then it's going to be popping. Hopefully Chocolate will come back. Let's see who pulls up tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah. All right, guys. We out of here. My brain's fried. I'm in the shower.
All right.
Love you all. Good night. Thank you for holding me down, chat. Please hit that like and subscribe on your way out from Mama. Okay. Thank you for participating and answering the questions. Thank you for the super chat, Don Levon. Don Levon says, wait, Jen, you going to the DMV in the morning? Yes, I'm going to the DMV. I have an appointment at 11 a.m. It's my second appointment. But hit me on the text or in the DMs if you want to ask me anything else, because I'm signing off, darling. All right, good night, guys. And I'm out.